Question is, how do you make it stick? I am the accidental trainer. Okay, let me be clear. I am the accidental trainer. Never thought I'd be in this game. But let me also tell you, I am amazed at the training companies out there who've been here for a long time, who do a very poor job of aftercare, after the event. It's all about butts and seats in the event itself, but what happens afterwards? I can honestly tell you I'm in this game to raise the watermark of client development in professional services. And the only way to do that is not just butts and seats, but some sort of follow-through. How do you make this stuff stick? That's what keeps me up at night. And I think we've created something that really works. Now, there was a great cartoon that I thought was very telling of typical training, right? It's really about staying top of mind, right? They get out of this workshop, this one-day workshop, and tomorrow they go back into client delivery mode, right? Pressures of utilization and deliverables and everything else. They can easily forget this stuff. The content, as I just showed you, is not overwhelmingly complex, right? But it's about being in action about it, around it. So really what you need to do to make it stick, it's just keep it top of mind for these people. How do you stay top of mind with this constituency? How do you just keep it fresh so that they get into a rhythm of applying these skills? Well, we've created a 12-week, what we call our aftercare program, and it's supported by a software system. It's all fully web-enabled, okay? And it automates triggers and pushes of content refreshes, as well as some other functions, to just keep this top of mind. Now, the key is how often. If you do it too often, you got rebellion, right? If you don't do it enough, you have dilution. What we have found is once a week, Fridays about noon, 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Can you give me that, guys? So here's how it works. For 12 weeks, they are on for being in action around the things that we just learned. So at the end of our workshop, they complete a set of goals and activities that they're going to be committed to over the next 12 weeks. Those goals and activities are loaded into our Rx Aftercare system that is run by this joint venture called Results Engine, okay? So either every other week or every third week, an email is sent to these people. You click on the URL, and up pops their goals and activities, the ones that they committed to at the end of the workshop, their own customized goals. Here's what I'm going to do about networking. Here's what I'm going to do about relationship advancement. Here's what I'm going to do about doing better follow-up or better preparation before interactions. And we kind of give them a menu of goals and activities that support those goals. So we make it real easy. We load them into this system, and then they just click on the URL, and up pops their goals. The system asks, what have you done, and what are you going to do next? The system aggregates all of this information. We can report on it. There's a leadership dashboard that allows my client sponsors to have visibility into how people are doing, who's doing the work and who's not. What else happens? On the off weeks, on the weeks we're not sending them an email for an update on their goals, we send them an audio booster shot. 3 to 4 minute MP3, my voice, about one of the 8 modules. Just a quick refresh. Maybe a tip of the day, or here's a story about how it got applied. The system also enables online coaching. So if a student begins to struggle a little bit, okay, with a particular concept, we pre-configure the system to have subject matter experts, my team as well as my client's team, that they can click on, and they basically say, I'm stuck on this concept of networking. What associations should I be aligning myself with? and it creates an email thread between the student and the coach. Again, that's all captured in the report. Okay? The system also has peer review. So it allows the students to have visibility into how their peers are doing on their activities. So a little subtle peer pressure, but it also allows the students to seek out others who have similar goals. We also ask an impact question. So every other week when we send this out, we ask a question about how has your behavior changed? What new best practices are you applying? What new relationships have been advanced? What new deal flow has been created? Again, this is our way of helping to capture some of the ROI. This is the leader view dashboard. This is the quick snapshot that the executives have visibility into, and you can do drill downs into who's doing the work and who isn't, what their actual feedback is and such. So the system helps capture that. As I mentioned, it's got the leadership dashboard for our executives to have visibility in, and the beauty is they can also ping those people who are a little slow at response, who are a little bit behind. It lets them know they're being watched. There's accountability. And too often there's a lack thereof around this subject. Okay? And then at the end of the 90 days, the 12-week program, we do a group coaching session where we bring everybody back together. Usually it's live. I try to get there at the client. Those who can't be there will call in. It's a 90-minute exercise, and it's essentially a 15-minute refresh of the content. And then the rest of the time is storytelling. We go around the room asking individuals to share what they're doing, how they've applied some of these learnings, and what the impact has been. And storytelling is so powerful because it reinforces the behavior, and there's learnings that you can get from your peers. Okay? And then lastly, at the end of the 12 weeks, I create a final report that aggregates all the information, all of the activities that have taken place by the students in the field. We sent out a final survey about have we moved the needle, how did this stack up, where do you think you are, what's been the biggest qualitative impact, the biggest quantitative impact. This is where we can begin to gauge real, lasting impact, not only behaviorally, but in terms of deal flow. And I play that back to the client. And this is kind of the ROI document, if you will.